Audio Jungle.
The Southeast Youth Leaders has advised the former Lagos State Governor and the leader of the All Progressive Congress to quit his presidential ambition and support an Igbo man to become president come 2023. All right, another edition of Bison the Southeast ends on 50 TV. Michael Adekunle still keeping it real with you on this platform. Quickly to what we have on today's daily. We have the Daily Sun newspaper with very interesting story you viewers would like to listen to and watch. Okay, backing Igbo to produce next president will right past wrong, says Fani Kayode as the former Minister of Aviation. Quickly to another story here, IPOB. Peace deal with Arnese intact. Peace deal with Arnese intact. Insecurity. Inspector General of Police orders CPs to mop illegal weapons. The IGP orders CPs, that's the Commissioner of Police, to mop illegal weapons. Directs Edo Ondo commands to crack down on thugs. Oyo CP confirms escape of prime suspect of Ibadan. Ritual killings from custody. Quickly to some pictures on the front page of this journal. Another set of Nigerian girls from Lebanon on arrival at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. We have another one here, 296 evacuees from UK via Air Peace flight on arrival at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. The last picture here we have on the front page of this journal, Executive Secretary, Nigeria Christian Pilgrim Commission, Reverend Yakubu Pam, and other officials of the commission donating food items to the Ladoga community, Kashia local government in Kaduna, Southeast last weekend. Quickly to a story on NAF, that's the Nigeria Air Force. NAF deploys special force to Southern Kaduna. NAF deploys special force to Southern Kaduna. We've had enough of killings. Archbishop Kaigama saying this, we've had enough of killings, says Archbishop Kaigama. We won't allow mispresentation of Zeke's parentage. We won't allow mispresentation of Zeke's parentage. And these are the stories we have on the front page of Daily Sun newspaper. Let's join our viewers for more talks. I'll be right back. IG, Inspector General of Police, telling the CPs in Edo State and Ondo State to come to comb the houses of citizens in that terrain and meet politicians on what is presently ravaging that area. Of course, firearms have been bought by some politicians to disrupt elections. Now, don't you think what the IG has done or the order he has made is a good step in the right direction?
Well, coming from this perspective on the part of the Inspector General of Police, calling for mop-up of arms within Ondo and Edo State as a result of the perceived violence that may mar the upcoming election. Well, for me, that would have been a good idea, but it's more or less coming very late. Why? Because everything whichever they want to, indulge in crime must have perfected its arrangements. And calling for that could be just, for me, it wouldn't stop violence. It wouldn't stop people from carrying out violence. And of course, Nigerian approach to issue is more or less reactive rather than being responsive. You see, this is what they should have done ahead of time, probably 6 months before the election. And now that everything has almost gone out of hand and they are crying foul, just imagine, in fact, even the Nigerian police force, they are not serious. Imagine a serial killer escaped their custody, a serial killer that is under their custody. Somebody that has been known, a notorious criminal, a serial killer, was nabbed and held by the police force and eventually escaped, and they didn't know how it escaped. You see, there is something fishy they are not telling us. How could you hold such a man with such level of crime and he escaped your confine, where he was confined? Are you telling us that he escaped? Probably something must have exchanged hands. You see, everything is possible within the Nigerian states. People that has interest in discharging that man must have done something behind this camera, and eventually they let him go. How could you even, with the normal security, supposed security architecture within the police force, and it's clear. So for me, it's a pity that we're anticipating crime, and it will eventually happen, not because we so desire that, but because there are so many factors that will play out. One, if the police must discharge their duty without, without any prejudice, without any, favor or interest, I think that would have been better. But as it stands now, police will be one of those who will sponsor or who will play a vital role in ensuring that there is no level playing ground. Of course.
Now, backing Igbos to produce the next president will right our past wrongs. Does it make any sense to you? That's what Fani Kayode has said.
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Backing Igbos to produce the next president will right our past wrongs. That is what Fani Kayode has said right here. Now, do you think this would make any sense?
Okay, for me, the position of Fani Kayode that backing Igbos to produce the next president will right many wrongs. For me, I totally disagree with him on the basis that what is the problem of Nigerian state? What are the major problems developing our Nigerian states? One, look, the 1960 constitution was abolished, which is the people's constitution. After the Civil War, they now came up with a military constitution, which has not in any way, has no interest of the Nigerian people at heart. So whoever emerges as the Nigerian president, whether an Igbo man or Yoruba man or Fulani man, whosoever, under this current configuration, we never move forward. So the fundamental issues that should be addressed is to return back to the Constitution of 1960, which allows every region to control her resources and develop at their pace. Look at now, everything, virtually everything is at the exclusive list of the federal government. They took over everything, which is not, helping us. So nobody can drive, steer the rudder of this country under this second, prevailing configuration. It will never work. So it is not a welcome development. What I should, advise or agitate is for restructure. Call for National Sovereign Conference where we should discuss how to go back to a federal system of government where we can, the state or the regions can control not just the federal government sitting at Abuja, controlling how I will mine my own natural resources in my own enclave, how I will control the fishes in my at my backyard. It will not help us. So the call for an Igbo president will never solve the problem of bedeviling Nigeria. Either I support a Yoruba movement or group that is calling for restructure. Either you restructure this government and return us back to the federal and confederation system, where we can control our resources, develop our states, and create jobs for the teeming populations. Under this unitary system, we cannot move forward. Even an Igbo man bring Donald Trump to this system in Nigeria to govern Nigerian state. Under this constitution, under this system, he will never perform. Okay. So our problem is borders on systemic failure. All right, thank you and so that much. Is my position.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kayode. Very interesting.
Yeah. Thank God we are alive to see a new week, to see today, Monday, and we are among the living. May the name of God Almighty, Father Yahweh, be glorified in the name of Yehoshua. Amen.
Now, IGP ordered Commissioner of Police in Commissioners of Police per se in Ondo State, Edo State, to crack down talks in that terrain. Of course, some of the talks have been alleged to have, bought certain firearms to disrupt the upcoming election in those states. Now, don't you think what the IG has ordered is a good step?
Yes, IG may order, IG may speak, but will it be carried out? IG may speak to camouflage. IG, the government that brought him was APC government. And if you watch all the whole clamor of do or die is coming from APC, then I'm not sure that IG may go against the hand that is feeding him. You understand? But if he will try to avoid the bloodshed in these two states that are trying to hold their own election now, then he did the right thing. If Nigeria will start now to repent, to conduct good election, fine, glory be to Father Yahweh. You understand what I'm saying? But I am quite sure it will not happen, that order. Because that's the only way APC can take to win election. You understand? So, cracking down, not to go and crack opposition. I mean PDP, not to go to threaten them. They give an underground hold for APC to operate, to hijack. You understand what I'm saying? That one what you speak out is good to mop up the whole illegal arms. But how can you mop all the whole illegal arms? If I get arms and bury it, you will not know unless somebody expose it.
Now let's quickly move down to another story here. Producing Igbo as the next president will right our wrongs. What wrongs have we made, you think, the Igbo president that will be allegedly produced will correct?
I don't see Igbo man being a president in Nigeria. I'm an Igbo man. I came from Imo State. I personally, I don't care about Nigerian presidents. That's what I'm saying. So if bringing Igbo man in this time is very wrong for Igbo man to accept it. Any Igbo man. Unless those bastards in Igbo land that call themselves Igbos. Unless those fugitives that call themselves Igbos. But the real Igbo man will never accept this presidency now. Because it's too late. Now they have mortgaged Nigeria. They have destroyed Nigeria. They have turned Nigeria upside down. They are trying to bring Igbo man in so that Igbo man in will be in record as part of those who destroy Nigeria. What is happening now? Is it not what makes Igbo man to go to war? When we say no, the one declare war on us, almost wiping us off. They go save us. Now they are trying to bring Igbo man. When Igbo man enter there, Hiroshi, why did they kill him? Jonathan came in, they took him up and removed him because he come from that side. Now they're trying to call Igbo man. Who are the Igbo man? Is it only the 5 states that they call Southeast? Are they the only Igbos? Why did they push Jonathan come out? Is Jonathan not an Igbo man? They should stop calling Igbo man. Even in this paper, why I don't want to criticize the person that said it, Fani Kayode, because I saw Fani Kayode as an intelligent man. I saw Fani Kayode as a man who speaks the truth. I saw Fani Kayode as a man who stands for Igbo. not only Igbo, we stand for every Nigerian citizen to be equal. That's why I did not attack him. But whosoever, as some part of some Northerners are saying, now they are supporting Igbo man to be a president. Now the thing have gone out of their hands. They have vandalized Nigeria. They have destroyed Nigeria. Want to carry the evil load upon Igbo man head. Any Igbo man that go there will never last. I'm telling you. Any Igbo man enter Asrock as a president, I give him from 6 months to 1 year, he will die. Let them try it. But in that world though, but Rogers Okrocha, Oju Sokalo, Umeyi, all of them, Rotimi Amechi, all of them were clamoring to be Igbo president in Asrock. I'm telling you that they will never last there. Because if you watch the history now, it has been ordained. If woman cannot do more than 6 months in Nigeria, they'll kill him. No, and the power in National Rock, they cannot control it. You see what I'm saying? The fate of Igbo man in Nigeria, I don't mean fate, F-I-A-T-H. No, I mean fate, F-A-T-E. The fate of Igbo man in Nigeria is against Igbo man.
In Nigeria?
In Nigeria, it's against Igbo man.
Outside Nigeria?
If for them. The fate of Igbo man in Nigeria work against Igbo man. Check the record. Igbo man will suffer finish at the end, they call him bad name. So it's better for Igbo man to quit Nigeria than to be a president of Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much.
Hey, support Igbo man to quit Nigeria. Biafra is the only solution for Igbo man. There's no solution for Igbo man in this part of the world than Biafra.
All right.
So any woman working for the Nigerian president is a mad man.
All right, thank you so much.
He's a mad man.
Fani Kayode said something that is so significant here. He said producing Igbo as the next president of Nigeria will correct our wrongs. Now, what wrongs have we done that has led us to this state, to this level? And do you think the Igbo nation or the Igbo alleged president that we've not seen, you know, or candidate that we've not seen, do you think he has that capability to run Nigeria as a whole?
Yeah, thank you very much. I have to differ a bit this time around. You know, to start with, all this rotational presidency, the former party that ruled us for 16 years brought into play. I've never supported it from onset. Because when you start rotational presidency, each segment of the country, each region of the country that gets to power, there will always be favorism. There's no how, you know, you get a Yoruba man into power that will not favor his people. There's no how you get a Hausa man to power that will not favor. The country has already been detribalized, you know, and the foundation of the country is the problem now. Me, I want a country, either is an Hausa man that is so enlightened and educated that is ruling us and is treating every citizen equally, so be it. Either is an Igbo man that is so enlightened that is not a tribal bigot, you know, that is ruling us, so be it. But the problem now is we've allowed tribalism to overtake nationalism. You see, and the problem of Nigeria goes beyond Igbo man, Yoruba man for presidency. That's why I always tell people, I want to key into this restructuring. We should restructure this country. When we restructure this country, then we will now know which way we are heading to and which way we are coming. Or if we don't even know where we are heading to, we look back and see where we're coming from. And where we're coming from, we retrace our step to where we're going to. So, I mean, the problem here is beyond, and I'll blame a party called PDP for that. They came in, put their own agenda because it's not constitutional. It's not in our constitution that they should be rotating presidency. Let the good hands, let the good candidates that is detribalized come in, and that if it is brother that is found wanting, he will put his brother into jail.
And of course, Tinubu, as the former Lagos State governor, has been, told, has been, advised to support the Igbo for 2023 presidency, telling him not to embark on that journey. Do you think Tinubu will give his support to the Igbos?
You see, to me, the Igbo deserve to be president likewise. but not tribalize Igbo. Yoruba deserve to be president, but not tribalize Yoruba. Hausa man deserve to be president, but not tribalize Hausa man. So I think, to me, if they are still doing it turn by turn, I believe this rotation presidency died with PDP in power. Since they've lost power, we should cancel all this, because it was in their constitution they inserted, the PDP constitution, that their presidency, this thing will be rotated among the 4 regions. I mean, how many regions? 3 regions of the country. But they've not even included the what's it called, the minority people. They just pick the major, regions, and that the presidency will rotate among them, which is very bad. Let the competent person.
But do you see Tinubu supporting the Igbos?
To me, left to me, I think that question would be.
Because it's a major stakeholder.
What me I'm even looking at, I've deviated from the election coming out. What I want now is restructuring. We want a restructuring. I'm telling you now, if you go to UK today and bring Boris Johnson to come and rule this country, the system will still be default. Why? Because the system will still be, messed up. Because there's a foundational problem we have, which we need to tackle. And I expected we should have done that during that conference, national conference we had under President Jonathan. That we all came together, we talked. But I was so shocked that there was some restricted area they even give before the conference started, that no-go area. And those no-go areas, the key area they're supposed to look into to settle all this rotational presidency, Buhari. We want a competent person. If it is an Igbo man, young Igbo man that is detribalized you want to bring, because I don't believe in highlights any longer. They're talking of age. Age is an experience now, but age is just a number.
All right.
It's just a number. We've tried all these old guys, they've messed us up. If it's a young, vibrant Igbo man, even what I'm looking at is we want a diaspora person. If it's going to be an Igbo man, let it be a diaspora Igbo man. If it's going to, not Nigerian system that's been, the must have been. Corrupted. If it is a Yoruba man, let it be and what we've been having now, if it is not, look at what is happening now in this government now. Everybody, some part of Northern, I believe it is their turn. So it is their son that is in power. They have to just behave. I mean, they can do anything and go scot-free with it. And I'm saying it, we want a competent president if the election is going to take place. Because me, I'm still a crusader of restructuring. Because I keep saying this, restructuring. All right,
thank you so much. Yeah. You made a very good. The former governor of Lagos State, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has been advised to give his full support to the Igbos, to produce their own president come 2023. Now, of course, you know who Tinubu is, and you know what Tinubu stands for in this country. Of course, it's a major stakeholder in APC, and reportedly, Tinubu himself is eyeing that seat. Now, telling him to support Igbo come 2023, do you think it's possible?
Good morning, Mr. Mike. You see, this issue of Nigerian presidency and Nigerian states, and looking at the advice to Tinubu to renege on his ambition, there are some fundamental issues. One, the ground norm, the constitution, did not recognize rotational presidency. I'm a proponent of Igbo presidency. I have my reasons. You see, I don't think Tinubu as a person will renege on his ambition. Because for him, I think this is a better opportunity for him to get to that position. So on that basis, I don't think reneging. And you have that constitutional right. Then for me, I feel the Igbos should be given an opportunity to rule. The reason I'm saying it is this consistent agitation. We are seeing it because they do not have that sense of belonging. And there are so many areas in Nigerian polity where the Igbos are skewed out of the scheme of things. And if they rule, it will address most of these challenges. And get this from me. You can coerce the people into an entity called Nigeria with all the instrumentality of force. But you cannot coerce their mind. And when there is that when that unity of purpose is lacking, when that synergy is lacking, when there is no symbiotic relationship among all the three components of that make up the country, you find out that you will not move forward. And in this country, there are so many areas where we have double standard. And unfortunately, the government is not helping issues. I will tell you that, look at the area of resources. Personally, I am equally in support of true federalism. Because if you go by true federalism, it will challenge each and every region to develop. Look at the way solid mineral is being managed in the north currently, even before now. You find out that most people who are mining solid minerals in the north, they are doing it illegally. Try it in the south. The federal government will roll out all the armory in their arsenal against you. We have witnessed it. The time of Tompolo, the time of Niger Delta Avengers. We saw the might of federal government in that region. But what we are witnessing in the north, there are so many illegality going on in the solid mineral, in the mine of solid mineral. Federal government pretend not to be seeing it. Now, I feel we should return to regional government. I feel we should reverse to true federalism. Because what we have currently is not, the status quo is not helping us in terms of development. And the country has so much polarized along ethnic line and religious line. If we continue in this manner, the country is likely not moving forward until we realize that there is need to reverse to regional government. We need to go back to true federalism. Because the way it stands today, if you are going to that presidency as an individual, it look like an opportunity to amass wealth. They see it as a national cake. That zeal, that tendency to see it as my own, that you develop the nation, is not there, is lacking. And how do you address that? You address it by making people own the process, own the country. People do not see Nigeria as their country. They see it as, if you go there, they see it as an avenue to amass wealth. And the current system is not helping because we have so many things in the exclusive legislative list. A situation where if you must generate electricity, for instance, you must get approval from the presidency, from the federal government. The way it stands today, it might be a Herculean task to get through federalism. I think the area we need to start from, we need to put pressure on the federal government to divulge power to the federating units. Most of these things we have in the exclusive legislative list, they should remove part of it and give states some level of power so that we can move forward. And look at local government level. There's virtually nothing happening. The state government have crippled development at the local government level because of this joint account we have, states have with the local government. So there are so many things that are fundamentally wrong with Nigeria, why whether Igbo presidency, Hausa presidency, Northern presidency, it may not give us the necessary development we are yearning for, because the system itself is faulty. So for you to have a meaningful development, we need to address these fundamental issues that have kept Nigeria on its knee. And it borders on the type of government we are practicing. It borders on how people are sent to that position.
Now, within few seconds, I want you to just touch the directive of IG on some commissioners that are controlling Edo State, and in those states, they has ordered them to mop up thugs that are with firearms in that region. Your take on it?
Mr. Mike, I think the IG should hide his face in shame.
Okay.
Why did I say so? There is no time that security ought to be better than the other time. So what he's telling us, Nigerians, is that there are so many illegal arms in circulation, and is aware He's not doing anything to address it before now. It's unacceptable. Mobbing of the arms, illegal arms, is good. But why now? Why did you allow it to be in circulation before now? A situation where ordinary citizens who rely on the government machineries, government agencies, government police, army, DSS, name it, for protection, are not getting the necessary protection because of proliferation of all these illegal arms. You are not telling me because of election they should mob it up. Good, they think they should mob it up. But why do you allow it to be in circulation before now?
All right. Thank you so much for your
So in a nutshell, it should be mopped up, and the IG should apologize to Nigerians why he allowed those illegal arms to be in circulation before now. Thank you very much.
All right.
Morning.
Speaking.
Good morning, citizens and
All right.
countrymen.
Your name, sir?
My name is John.
Currently, you know what is going on in the country on insecurity. And of course, we deliberated on something before you came on board. Talked about the Nigerians or the leaders in this country are giving the Igbos support come 2023 to become the president of this country. Your take on these issues? Your take on these issues we've been discussing since insecurity and Igbo becoming the president of this country.
Well, the Igbo man becoming a president of this country will give a sort of a change in the running of the country. But it doesn't make much difference. The intention of giving an Igbo man a chance is for them to stop that move of agitating for Biafra. To solve that move of agitating for Biafra. But that, if you look at it very well closely, there's a hidden agenda to that effect. The intention of the federal government and those around the federal government is to rule forever. That is their intention. So giving an Igbo man a chance is a sort of a camouflage, will I say.
This, will you call it a compensation?
Yes, a sort of compensation, a camouflage or compensation. You told them that. But in their inner mind, it is not their intention.
And
they have a mission.
And do you think it's possible?
Yes, they have a mission.
Do you think it's possible for the whole country to give Igbo that support?
No, it is not possible because others will not. Because most of them are afraid that if the Igbo man comes on board, the Igbo man may change his mindset and create a country of his own. So that is why they don't want to give an Igbo man a chance.
Even Fani Kayode have told Tinubu as the APC national leader to quit his presidential ambition and give the Igbos full support.
Tinubu, we know, has an ambition to be a president. So I don't see him giving an Igbo man a support to be a president since he had an ambition to becoming a president. He has been eyeing this ambition for long. Even in the state of Lagos State, you see him controlling all over the place, controlling all the assets of Lagos State. Out of government, he's still having a stretch of hand into government affairs, directing the affairs of the present day Lagos State government. So I don't see him giving an Igbo man a chance.
Wow. Quickly to insecurity. You were saying something behind the camera on the state of security presently in this country. We want to hear it right now.
On security presently in this country is that for Nigeria to be a great nation, you have to detribalize Nigeria. Tribalism is the major key problem Nigeria has. If you can disabuse the mind of each and everybody in Nigeria on tribalism, Nigeria will move forward. That is number one. Okay. Then Nigeria is a nation that is very porous, especially from the northern side.
Very porous.
Very, very porous. People from other African countries enter into Nigeria within a short while, claim to be Nigerians and start ruling Nigeria. So Nigeria can never move forward if we don't check the background of those who are to rule Nigeria. Anybody who wants to rule Nigeria, we must go to his background and know where he comes from. Even if he lives in the north for many years, for donkey years, and we find out that he's not a son of the soil, he should not be given a chance, both in the army, in the military, and then in the ruling of the nation.
Can someone like Tinubu quit his presidential ambition for an Igbo man to become president in 2023?
Someone like Tinubu, repeat your question, please.
Can someone like Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu quit his presidential ambition for an Igbo man to become a president of this country?
If Tinubu does that, if he does that, the whole world will give him kudos. The whole world would appreciate him, because Tinubu himself knows that Igbos are good managers of any business. You know, handed over to them, they can manage a lot. If an Igbo man takes over the helm of leadership in Nigeria, I think it will bring a good change to the entire Nigerian society. But Mike, I come with a different ideology this morning. You know, over the years, or let me say months, we've been talking and discussing Nigeria. We've not been able to come out with a solution. Let me tell you, they are listening to us. We are being mild and kind to them. That's why they always listen, they don't change. I've never seen any change in Nigerian government since the inception of this platform. That is why I come up this morning with this ideology sponsored or started by Jerry Rawlings. There are many of them in the Middle East, in Libya. When Muammar Gaddafi staged coup while inside jail, he killed King Idris and took over the helm of affairs of that country. Gaddafi ruled almost 40 years and he changed Libyan society today. Then, until his death, Libya was better than most countries in Europe. Now I've come up to Ghana. Jerry Rawlings started it. I think that man was in jail as of early 80s. Samuel Lehman, I think, was the president then. Jerry Rawlings staged coup. After killing the president, Rawlings killed everybody later. He called the whole Ghana political vultures, gathered all of them one by one, eliminated them. Brethren in Europe, you can see Ghanaian society today, very, very sanitized. More sanitized than Nigerian society. That is shade of the blood of the guilty. The blood of the guilty, not the blood of the innocent. I'm telling you, their blood could not even cry because they have found guilty of the offense in which they were killed. Coming way back to Nigeria, that was an ideology of Colonel Ihajuna, Ifajuna's led coupists. Chuma Kaduna Nzogu, what do you call him, Mama Hassan Castina's son, himself, okay, Mama Hassan Castina. Then, they wanted to eliminate Nigerian political profiteers, vultures. Who asked you for bribe then? Who give you contract then? I ask you for 50% bribe. They are the political profiteers. They award contract, it started 1960. They will still request for court, 75% out of that money paid. The actual amount of the contract, they will collect 75%. Tell me how such facility or government structures, infrastructure will be okay. I'm telling you, that ideology was not carried out because of misconception of the actual cause of that coup. They misunderstood them. There was total, absolute misconception of what they had in mind. I mean, those young revolutionaries in 1966. I'm telling you currently, Mike, I'm suggesting total extermination of who? Of the whole Nigerian political classes. Total extermination. That is when sanity will come back to Nigerian society. I'm telling you, thoroughly remove those people. My brother, they are not repentant
upon the protests and everything.
Thank you. They are not looking at your protests.
Upon the agitations and
they are not considering your agitations. They are not considering your work, and I. They are not considering what we are doing here. They are not looking at what Showore is doing. They still remain adamant. These people are as adamant as he goats. The best thing is to eliminate these people. Let us sanitize Nigerian society. Let us start afresh.
And who will bear the cat?
Who will bear the cat? That's the good question. Well, I don't want to mention them, but let me tell you, Nigerian youth, they should live up to expectation this time around. Nigerian youth will come out en masse and tell these old vultures, political vultures, what we have in mind. Kayode is the man who started it last year. I gave him kudos. I love his cause. Nnamdi Kanu is doing it all over the world. I love that young man. He has something upstairs. I've never seen such a revolutionary. They are too much. These two guys are the heavyweights we have in the cause of revolution in Nigeria. Two of them. The other one outside has made a lot of impact. I mean Nnamdi Kanu. Then Kayode is working. He's working. Mike, revolution cannot be achieved by ordinary velvet glove. You can't achieve revolution by romance. You can't achieve revolution by lyrics, singing lyrics. No, it's something you can achieve with what? Sound of blades, skatakatu, or I don't know. Blood. Big bang.
It shouldn't be a peaceful one, right?
No, it's gonna be. It's not gonna be. See, they have everything. Do you understand? At their disposal to stop, conserve any fuck up that come up. That's why I'm telling you that it's not gonna be peaceful. Look at Nigeria. How long are we gonna drag this?
Now, giving an Igbo man that chance to rule the nation, don't you think it will correct some wrongs?
Giving who?
An Igbo man.
Okay, an Igbo man, yes, I know. Yeah, they are more enterprising, they are good managers. They are going to bring great change in Nigeria because of what they are doing, their achievements on entrepreneurship. They are the best. They can manage anything you give them. Igbo man is the answer, I know. But Mike, I'm telling you, can these people give it to Igbo man?
Can the so-called Tinubu support it?
Can the so-called Tinubu support Igbo man? Can the so-called usurpers, Fulani oligarchy, can they recline now and say, let's give it to Nyamiri? Can they support Nyamiri? Oh God, these people, do you think they can do that? I don't think they can do that, Michael. The only option is this revolution, as Rawlings did it, as Pol Pot of Cambodia did it, as Libyan president, blessed memory, Muammar Gaddafi did it. My brother, many of them, name them in the world today, as Cuban president, what do you call that man? Fidel Castro, all of them, great men. They sleep life of these greedy, astute politicians before the society over there was sanitized. I tell you, something should be done in Nigeria so that we all shall move forward.
And here we wrap it up on today's edition of Bystanders at News Things on Flip TV. Make sure you join us next time on the same channel. Michael Adekunle Stadium is my name. Of course, the main man behind the camera, Festus Oluwabukomi. In the studio, other editors keeping it real on the same platform. Raphael, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Very good one from you today. All our viewers across the globe, make sure you subscribe to our sister channel, Flip TV Plus. Flip TV Plus is our sister channel. Subscribe to it. You can join us on our social media handles displayed on the screen. Facebook, Michael Temitayo Adekunle. Instagram, Adekunle Michael Temitayo. Have a good day, everyone.
Audio Jungle.